Hi, in this video you are going to learn about the petty cash book. Its meaning, why is it necessary to prepare a petty cash book, what are the advantages offered by it, and finally the process of preparing the petty cash book. Now let's start. As you all know, there will be inflow and outflow of cash for various purposes in each and every organization. For example, there will be cash inflow from cash sale, collection of receivables, interest revenue, issue of stock, and from various other sources. Similarly, there will be outflow of cash for the payment of salaries of employee, for purchasing equipment, for the payment of suppliers, for payment of dividend, and for various other purposes. All this inflow and outflow of cash are recorded in the cash book by the cashier. But we should not forget about a large number of small payments made by each and every enterprises, whether a small enterprise or a big enterprise. Such expenses are known as petty expenses, which include conveyance charges, for example, auto fare, bus fare, telephone and telegram charges, postage charges, which include courier services charges, stationery, office tea or coffee expenses. These payments are repetitive in nature. If these payments are recorded in the main cash book by the cashier, he will keep on recording these transactions all day long and will become mad. As well as the main cash book will become very bulky and the cashier can be overburdened and might be distracted from the transaction which are crucial for an organization. Therefore, in order to relieve the cashier, the petty cashier comes into the picture. He is appointed to maintain the petty cash book in which all such payments are recorded. The petty cash book is maintained under Impress system. Let's see how does it work. Under this system, the head cashier will give a certain amount to the petty cashier for making petty expenses. Such amount is called impressed amount. Let's say the head cashier gave $5,000 to the petty cashier. Now the petty cashier will make small payment from such amount, and when he spent a substantial amount, for example $4,500, he will inform the head cashier and get the reimbursement of such payment. Now the petty cashier will have full impressed amount of $5,000 at the beginning of the next period. This reimbursement can be made on a monthly or a weekly basis. Let's see the advantages of maintaining petty cash book. First of all, it saves the time of head cashier. He can concentrate on the transaction involving large amount of cash, and by keeping a check on the petty cashier, the chances of fraud are also reduced. Let's take a practical example so that you can better understand the topic. In this question, the petty cashier of ABC Limited, John, received $2,000 on 1st April from the head cashier. During the month, he makes certain petty expenses, the detail of which are listed here under. For example, on 2nd April, he makes payment of auto fare charges amounting to $250. On 4th April, he makes payment of courier service charges for $180, and likewise, he makes certain other payment during the month. Now, let's prepare a petty cash book for such expenses. The format of petty cash book looks something like this. Let's take a look at each column. In the first column, we will record the impressed amount. Then we will record the date, details under the particulars, voucher number, amount spent on each expense, and finally we will do the analysis of such payment. Whether the amount is spent on postage, telephone and telegram, conveyance, or stationery. If it is not related to any such expense, then it will be recorded under the miscellaneous column. Let's solve our question. It is given that John received $2,000 from the head cashier. So we will record $2,000 under the amount received column. In the date column, we will record April 1st. And finally, under the particulars column, we will record cash received. Next, it is given that $250 was spent by John on auto fare. So, under the date column, we will record April 2nd. Under particulars, we will record auto fare. Under the amount paid column, we will record $250. Finally, we will do the analysis of such payment. As we all know, auto fare comes under conveyance charges. So we will record $250 under conveyance charges. Next, it is given that $180 was spent on courier services. Under the date column, we will record April 4th. Under the particulars column, we will record courier services. Under the amount paid column, we will record $180. Courier service comes under postage charges. So we will record 180 under postage charges. On April 7, he spent $100 on postal stamps. Likewise, under date column, we will record April 7th. Under particulars column, we will record postal stamps. Under the amount column, we will record $100. Postal stamps also comes under postage charges, so we will record $100 under postage charges. Next, he spent $300 on eraser, pencil and pens. So under date column, we will record April 10th. Under particulars column, we will record eraser, pencil, pen. Under amount column, we will record $300. Eraser, pencil and pen comes under stationery. So we will record $300 under stationery charges. Next, he spent $200 on refreshments. Under date column, we will record April 13th. Under particulars, we will record refreshment. Under amount column, we will record $200. Now observe, refreshment doesn't come under any of such category, so we will record it under miscellaneous column. Next, $180 was spent on STD call charges. Under date column, record April 17th. Under particulars, record STD call charges. Under amount column, record $180. STD call charges will fall under telephone and telegram charges. Next, $120 was spent on bus fare. Likewise, April 19th under date column, bus fare under particular column, $120 under amount column. Bus fare comes under conveyance charges. So we will record $120 under conveyance charges. Next, $160 was spent on speed post charges. Under date column, April 22nd. Under particulars, speed post charges. Under amount column, $160. Speed post charges comes under postage charges. So we will record $160 under postage charges. Next, $150 spent on unloading charges. So under date column, we will record April 28th. Under particulars column, unloading charges. Under amount column, $150. Unloading charges doesn't fall under any of such category, so it will be recorded under miscellaneous column. Next, $160 was spent on computer stationery. Under date column, record April 30th. Under particulars column, record computer stationery. Under amount column, record $160. Computer stationery falls under stationery category, so record $160 under stationery category. After recording all such payments, at the end of the period, we will find the total of each column. The total column will show the amount to be reimbursed by the head cashier. The difference between the amount received and amount spent is the balance available with the petty cashier, which will be carried forward to the next period. And this amount, which is spent on petty expenses, will be reimbursed by the head cashier. So we can see that the total impressed amount is again available with the petty cashier at the beginning of the next period. I hope this concept is now clear to you. If you have any query, you can ask in the comment section. Thanks for watching.